Hello everyone, this is RSG and today we will learn about selection programming construct and iteration programming construct in Python programming language. So let's start with selection programming construct. Selection programming construct, as all of you know, it is also known as decision making statement. So what is selection programming construct? Selection programming construct is a type of construct or type of statement in which a test expression is first checked. If the test expression is correct, a set of statements are executed. If the test expression or the condition is false, another condition is checked, and if that condition is true, the set of statements following it are executed. And if none of the statements are true, then whatever we write after else, those statements are executed. And if there is no else statement in our program, then nothing will happen if all the conditions are false. So if is an example of selection statement, or if is used to create a selection programming construct. So when someone asks you that name a selection programming construct or selection statement, answer will be if. In Java or C++, we have if and switch. These two are your selection or decision making statement, but in Python programming language we have only one selection programming construct, which is known as if programming construct or if statement. So we will start with selection programming construct. So we will create a new file. Now this is a hash sign. It is used to make a command. I am writing a simple program. Write a program to check if a person is pass or fail, right? So not if your percentage is greater than or equal to 40, you are pass, right? So I want to make a programming in which I will ask the user to enter a particular percentage, and if that percentage is greater than or equal to 40, it will display you are passed. So I'm taking a variable x equal to integer. I can also take over here float if I want to enter decimal marks, float data type, but since I want to enter only number, so I will take int integer input. It is used to accept the value from the user. Enter percentage. Within double quotes you can write any other message that you want to display. I've written over here enter percentage. If you want, you can enter some other value also. Please enter your percentage. Now we will check the x. If is a selection statement. If x is greater than equal to 40, that means if the value is greater than equal to 40, colon, it is used to create a block of if the condition is true, whatever you write within this block will be executed. So I want to print command. It is used to print a statement. Hello friend, you are, or suppose I am a teacher. Hello student, you are promoted to the next class, right? So I will save it with a name. I can give any name, valid name. Suppose I have given it eg1, right? Python will automatically take the extension .py. The extension of Python is .py. You can see the name, the extension on top over here, .py. So that is the extension of Python. So what will happen in this program, first this line will be executed, then this condition will be checked. If this condition is true, whatever is there in the block of if those lines will be executed. I have written only one line, so only one line will be executed. But if the condition is false, what will happen? Nothing will happen. It won't display any information. So if I am saving it, I am running it. Enter, please enter the percentage. I have written over here 45 or 90. So it is, the message is been displayed. Hello student, you are promoted to next class, or you're passed. Whatever information you want, you can display that information. Now suppose I'm entering a percentage which is less than 40, that means 34 suppose. So what is happening? Nothing is being displayed, just it is closing the program without providing you any information. So this is an example of simple if. Example of simple if. Now what happens in simple if a condition is true, a set of statements are executed. If the condition is false, then nothing will happen. Then you have if else. In if else, what happens? If a condition is true, a set of statements are executed, and if the condition is false, another set of statements are executed. Whatever you write after else, those statements will be executed. So this, we have only one statement in the block of if. That means if this condition is true, this line will be executed only. You have to put a tab over here, you have to give a indent, so that this statement comes in the block of if. Same thing over here. If I want certain statement to be executed when the condition is false, then I have to put it in the else block. To put it in the else block, you have to give an indent, or by default a line will come. Don't start it from the beginning. Okay, put a tab and then print, sorry, you are not promoted, as you are fail in more than 2 subjects. You can write more than one statement. Print, you will be having your re-exam on, you can mention any day, on coming Thursday, or any date you can mention. So if the condition is true, so if this condition is true, this statement will be executed, and if this condition is false, so whatever we write after else in the block of else, those statement will be executed. So once the program is finished, you want that a certain line should be displayed, you will start it from the beginning. Start, okay, print, you can put a dash. So once the program is ended, so if the condition is true, it will display hello print, and none of the statement will be executed then, and then it will print dash dash dash. And if the condition is false, whatever you write after else, those statement will be printed, these lines will be printed, and then print this statement, this line will be printed, and the program will come to an hold. Right, so let's save it. F5. Now I am entering over here the same marks 34, which is less than the passing mark. So when I am pressing entering, see, enter, the message, you are not promoted, as you are failed in more than 2 subjects, and you will be having your re-exam on coming Thursday. This message is being displayed. So this is an example of if else, right? Earlier we have done the example of if, simple if. That was simple if. In simple if, we don't have any alternate option. If the condition is true, a set of statement will be executed. If condition is false, nothing will happen. In if else, you have an alternate option. If the condition is true, a set of statement will be executed. If the condition is false, whatever you write after else, or whatever you write in the block of else, those statement will be executed. So this was about if and if else. Here you can check one condition, but suppose you want to check multiple condition. Okay, let's save it. F5. Okay, the marks I'm entering over here. Let's try it again. I've entered 56. So hello student, you're promoted is coming. Now I want to check multiple condition. If you want to check multiple condition, in that case we will use if else if or elif. So how to check multiple condition? Let's create a new file. So my simple question is, we'll write a program that accepts day number and prints day name, right? So if I'm example, for example, 1 means Monday, 2 means Tuesday, and so on, right? So let's start. I'll take a variable. Suppose I've taken dn, day number, equal to integer input. As you all of you know that input, it is used to accept value from the user. Enter a day number, 2 brackets, so you have to close the 2 brackets. Now you can check multiple condition. If day number equal to double equal to, it is used for comparison. We are comparing whether one is there in dn or not. Single equal to, it is used for assigning a value. Here I am assigning a value, dear, assigning a value. Here we are comparing. This is your relational operator. Double equal to. Single equal to, it is assignment operator. I am assigning a value, that is single equal to. So if dn equal to 1, so I want to display print it's Monday today, right? Same thing. And now here I have to write, don't write else if. In some programming language we have else if, but here you have to write elif, right? Elif, don't get confused. dn, the syntax is a bit different. 2, if dn equal to 2, then I want to print, just copy it, Control C for copy and Control V for paste. It's spelling of Monday I've written wrong. Okay, you can write it's Monday today, it's Tuesday today, and then you can copy this, Control C, Control V, press it, Control V, and then we'll say do some editing over here. If it is 3, then it should display its Wednesday, and if it's 4 over here, and then it will display its Thursday, and if it's 5, then it's Friday, and if it's 6, it's Saturday. Let's make one more. If it's 7, then it's Sunday today. It's Sunday, right? What will happen? What will happen in this? It will check all the conditions one by one. Suppose you have entered over here 6, right? You have entered the value 6. First, it will check the first condition. If this condition is true, the statement following this will be executed and the program will come to an end. If this condition is false, it will look for the second one. If this is false, the statement following it will not be executed. It will check the third condition. If this condition is also false, the statement following it will not be checked. It will not be executed. It will not be executed. It will check the next condition. This is also false. The statement following it will not be executed. It will check the next condition. Then it is also false. The statement following it will not be executed. Then it will check the next condition. Since the next condition is true, the value of x is 6, dn is 6. So this condition is true. It will print the statement following in its block. There can be one statement, there can be multiple statement in its block. So it will print it's Saturday today, and the program will come to an end. But what will happen if you enter any value which is not there in this list? Neither it is 1, 2, 3, nor it is 4, nor it is 5, neither it is 6 or 7. Then nothing will happen. So we will use else over here. Else, if none of the conditions are true, whatever you write after else, that statement gets executed. So it will display print hello there, please check day number, it's invalid number. So let's save it. I have saved it with the name eg2. extension.py will automatically be added to it. So when I run it, enter day number, I have entered 3. So for 3 it's Wednesday over here. See here, Wednesday. So it will display Wednesday. So if I run it again, suppose I have entered any number which is not there in the list. Suppose this number I have entered. So it is display the message hello there, please check your day number, it's invalid number. So here we are checking multiple conditions. Multiple conditions are being checked. So if you want to check multiple conditions, we will use if elif statement. So this was one more example of simple if. So we have learned one example of simple ifs, if else and if else if. Now suppose I want to check whether the string that I am entering, string means set of characters that I am entering, the first character is consonant or it is a vowel. As all of you know that whenever you are entering a string, suppose x I am entering over here, x is a variable, inside it I have written hello friends. Now each and every value has an index number. The first value will have index number 0, second one will have index number 1, next one will have index number 2, the next one will have index number 3, then 4 space will also have an index number 5, then 6. That means each and every value they have an index number, and the index number always starts with 0. This you must keep in mind that in Python programming language the index number always starts with 0. So suppose you have written x0, that means it will display h. The first x0 means within this square bracket we write the index number. This is the index number of the value that I want to extract from x. So I want to extract the value which is present in index number 0. So it will display h. Same way if I write over here x 4, so it will display O, index number h0, e1, 2, 3, and index number of O is 4. So as I have already told you that each and every character is having a particular index number, and the index number always starts with 0. So suppose I have written over here C equal to COMPUTER, computer. So when I will write y 0 here, 0 is the index number, it will display C. And when I will write y is a variable, inside y we are storing computer. Computer is a string or the constant, y is the variable. If I am writing y within square bracket, if I have written 7, so it will display R. Why R? Because each and every value is having an index number. Here you have to write the index number of the value that you want to display. The index value of C is 0 because the index number always starts with 0. Then O1, M2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the value of R will be 7. Index number of R will be 7. Therefore, it is displaying the output R when I am writing Y7. So this way you can, if you want to extract the value, then you have to specify the index number. But what happens if I am writing over here, if I write -2, in that case what will be the output? I got confused, don't have to worry. So it is displaying E, but how E? So when I am writing minus sign, what we have to do? We have to count the length minus the number that you are doing, length minus 2. Whatever is the result will be length of string. Length of string. Now length of string does not start with 0. Length of string means how many characters are there. I am not talking about the index number. So length means how many characters are there. So in this case, the length of the string, the length of the string is okay. What happened to my pen? This problem with my mouse. Okay. So the length of the string of computer is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 8. So length of the string is 8, right? So this length of this computer is 8. Length of the string means number of character, not talking about the index number that you have to specify over here. Is just the length of the string. That means how many characters are there in this. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters. So 8 minus 2 equal to 6. So you have to see the character which is present in index number 6. So this way you can find the index number, and that value will come over here when you write y minus 2. So let's see. So if you want to see the index number, if you have written y minus 2, that means length of the string is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Length of the string is 8 minus this 2. The result is 6. So you have to find the character which is present in the index number 6. So let's say C is having index number 0, O is having index number 2, so C is having index number 0, O is 1, M is having index number 2, P is having index number 3, U is having index number 4, T is having index number 5, and the output that we got, E, is having index number 6, right? So here the index number 6 is of E, therefore we are getting E over here. So this way you can find the output. Someone can ask you what will be, suppose y, inside y you are having computer, and what will be the result of y minus 4. So what you have to do in that case, if it's y minus 2, you have to count the number of characters over here, 1, 2, 3, suppose the number of, you have to count the length of the string. Length of the string is suppose 8, 8 minus 4, so the result is 4. So you have to see which character is present at index number 4. So C is having index number 0, O is having index number 1, M 2, P 3, and U is having index number 4. So when you will give the command, y minus 4, so it is displaying U. find out this. So this way you can find a particular, you can extract a particular character if by index number also. We can also specify a range. If I write from index number 1 to colon means range. Whenever you are specifying column means it will display in range 1 to 4. It will display all the characters from 1 to 4, but it will not display the last value, fourth one. It will not display the fourth one. That means it will display characters having index number 1, 2 and 3. It won't display 4, right? That's you have to keep in mind. Wherever there is a colon, it means range. If I am writing 1 colon 5, so it will display all those characters having index number 1, 2, 3 and 4. It will not display the last one. The fifth one will not be displayed. So let's see. So when I am writing y 1 colon 4, so it is displaying OMP, because O is having index number 1, M is having index number 2 and P is having index number 3. It will not display the characters having the last index number 1 to 4. 1 to 8 means it will display for index number 1 to 7, not the 8th one. I will create a separate video of this, but at present we are working on selection statement, or which is also known as decision statement, and if is used to create a decision statement, or we can say if is a decision making statement, or if is an example of selection statement. We have already created one program, one or couple of programs, so we will create one more program in which we have to enter the character, enter a string, and it will find out whether the first character is starting from a vowel or a consonant. You know that there are the vowels are A, E, I, O and U. So there are 5 vowels and rest are consonant. So I want to create a program for that. I've already created. Let's paste it over here. So write a program to check if the character enter is vowel or consonant. So this is the reason why I was telling you about this. Okay, we have learned about this. The basic idea of learning was to extract our first value. So I have inputted a character input. It is used to extract a value. I haven't enter integer over here because I am not entering any integer value. If you want to enter an integer value, you have to write integer over here. For string, you can directly use input. Input, enter a string. I am entering the string. Suppose I have entered RAV ref. So ch equal to str0 means what will store in cs. Cs will store the first character, that is index number 0 value of str in cs, that is r will be stored at first value, because we are going to check the first value. First value is vowel or a consonant. So cs equal to str0 means it will extract the first character from the string str and it will store it inside cs. Now we are going to check if cs equal to a, if it is a selection statement. I've already told you that if cs equal to a or cs equal to capital A, it can be small, it can be capital, then it will print cs is a vowel. Else if this is not a, it will again check it for e. If cs is small e or capital E, it will print cs is a vowel. Same for I, O and U. If none of the conditions are satisfied, whatever you write after else, that statement will be printed. So since it's R, none of the conditions are true, it will display R is a consonant. Let's run this program. So this must be clear to you. Don't get confused over here. cs equal to str0 means now string, whatever value we are entering, it is being stored in str, and str0 means the first character which is present in that string. It has been assigned to cs. Equal to is your assignment operator, just you have to keep in mind. And this is double equal to, this is relational operator. We are checking the relationship whether cs is equal to a or capital A or e or small e. So this is relational operator like less than, greater than, not equal to, but this one equal to, this is assignment operator. So let's run it. Yes, ask to save. It is telling us to save it. Once I have saved it, it will run. Okay, now let's run our program. So the program is write a program to check if the character that we are entering is vowel or consonant. So the string that I have entered, suppose let it be computer. So what will be stored in CS? In CS, the first character of str will be stored, that is C will be stored in CS, and then it will check whether C is vowel or consonant. So it is print CS. Okay, I have given a space over here, so space is consonant. Let's try it again. I have given a space over here, no need to give a space. So C is a consonant. Like check over here, because I have given a space over here. Okay, so the space is telling that space is a consonant. Let's try for one more an example. Here I am taking VIRESH. I have entered Virish, or in capital I can also write VIRESH. So V is a consonant. Let's try again. F5. Amar. So starting with A, so it is a vowel. Arpit. So A is a vowel. So here it is checking multiple condition. It is checking for multiple conditions. First we are checking this condition. If this condition is true, false, it will check the next condition. It will check the next condition. This way it will check multiple condition. Or we are using the logical operator or over here, and there is one more logical operator, and one more is there not. These are your logical operator and, or, and not, right? So this program we are creating in 6 or 7 line. We can complete this in 1 line also. For that, what we have to do, we can just delete this, and this you can write one or over here and delete this. We can write or over here, multiple condition using or we can check over here. This way also you can check multiple condition, or CS equal to I, or CS equal to O, or CS equal to U. Okay. So if CS equal to A, or CS equal to capital A, or CS equal to E or capital E, or I or capital I, or O capital O, or U or capital O, it will display it is a vowel, else it will display it is a consonant. So you can use this also. Let's save it, run it. Yeah, written umbrella. So U is a vowel. So you get the correct answer. You got the correct answer. So let's create a new file. Let's try one last example of selection statement. So what you have to do, write a program that spelling of that accepts 3 number and displays largest number. This you can do with the help of AND. If you want, you can do with the help of AND. If you want not to use AND, you can do that also, but we will be using AND. Suppose I am taking 3 numbers, integer, input, enter first number, enter first number. Okay, suppose I have entered the first number. I will make it x1. For second number, I'll write over here second number. I've given the variable the name x2, and then the third number is x3. Enter third number. So my question is, we have to enter 3 numbers. We can enter more also and find which is the largest number using if. If x1 is greater than x2, right? And means both the conditions should be true, and x1 is greater than x3, right? If x1 is greater than x2 and x1 is also greater than x3, it will print x1 is greatest number. Now don't put this x1 within double quotes. If you will put x1 within double quotes, then what will happen? It will display the output as x1 itself. I want to display the value which is present inside x1. If you want to display the value which is present inside x1, if you want to display the value which is present inside x1, so you have to use you don't need to use this double quotes over here. So I'll remove the double quotes. If I'll use double quotes or single quote, as it is, the number will be displayed. Just put a comma, and so it will display whatever value is there in x1 and is greatest number, greatest. If this condition is false, else if, you can go for check for another condition. If, else if, ELIF, okay, sorry, we'll have to start from the beginning. If x2 is greater than x1 and x2 is greater than x3, this is the block of second one. You have to write x2 is greater. Again, if Control C, next condition, else if x3 is greater than x1 and x3 is greater than x2, so the number greater will be x3. Else, if none of the conditions are true, that means else, Control V, print x3, x2, x1 all are equal. So let's save it. So this you have to keep in mind, the block portion. If this condition is true, this is the block of first if, only this statement will be executed. If this condition is true, this line will be executed. You can add multiple lines in a block, but that should be in the same line. This you have to keep in mind. So let's save it. M1, I've given it a name. So I have to enter three numbers. First number I'm entering 56, then 45, then let's just enter a small number 34. So 56 is the greatest number. Let's try it again. The second number is greatest number, 589, then we have 56. 589 is the greatest. Let's try it again. With third number is the greatest, 34, 22 and 124. This is the greatest. Now let's try for all the numbers are equal. 1 2 1 2 1 2 and 1 2. So 12 12 12 all are equal. So what we are doing over here, we are using we are checking multiple conditions. Okay, one condition on all and we are using AND logical operator. AND means if both the conditions should be true, then only it will display this statement. In case if you written OR over here, in OR if any one of the condition is true, then it will display the statement. But since we are using AND means both the condition, if there are 10 conditions, all those 10 conditions should be true, then only that statement will be done. The statement following it will be displayed. In case of OR, if any one of the condition is true, then the statement following it will be displayed. But since we are using AND over here, AND means all the conditions should be true, then only the statement following it will be executed. So in the coming videos, I'll be telling you more about selection statement. And the next one, so we have already tried sequential statement. Okay, let's try a simple program of sequential statement. and the program is write a program to display or to print simple interest. This is a simple example of sequential programming statement. Sequential means the statement will be executed in the order they are written. So all of you know the simple interest. For simple interest equal to P into R into T divided by 100. Principal rate, amount rate in time divided by 100. So let's take a variable amount A equal to integer. You can take in float also. Input, enter amount, then okay, I forgot to close it with double quotes, right? And then I am taking one more variable R equal to float, input, enter rate, and then here T, time. Float, you want you can use integer also, or there's small bracket should be there. The bracket should be small bracket, enter time duration. Right. Now I'll take one more variable SI equal to simple interest. There shouldn't be any space between them or any special character. You can't use any special character. Only the special character that is allowed is underscore, right? So you can use underscore, but don't use space or a dash or any other sign. It's not allowed. SI equal to principal is amount into rate into time into time, or you can use small bracket and then divided by 100. PRT, amount into rate into time divided by 100, and then print whatever you want to print. P should be small, of print simple interest equal to simple interest equal to SI. So whatever value stored in SI, it will be displayed to you SI1. I've given it a name. So this is a simple example of sequential statement. The first statement will be executed. This statement will not be executed because I made it a comment by using a hash sign. This is your hash sign. It is used for comment. First this statement will be executed, right? And then the next they won't jump from one statement to another statement, because this is example of your sequential statement. So the statement will be executed in the order you have written. F5 to run it. Now enter amount. I am entering the amount. Okay, it's float. Enter amount. It's in float. FLOAT. There is some spelling mistake over here. FLOAT. Enter rate. The spelling mistake is there. It should be FLOAT. Right? FLOAT. I have written FLAOT. Okay, now it's right. Now let's run it. Amount I have entered. Rate is 2.6%, and time is 2 years, 2.5 years. 2.6, or just make it 2 years. So it will display, it will give you the simple interest of 12000 for 2 years with the rate 2.6 is 62.4. So this is simple example of sequential statement, and this one was of selection statement, and in the next video I'll be telling you about iteration statement or the looping statement. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you have liked it.